Hello traders, Greg here. It's getting ugly, which means we're getting closer to the end of the current down move. Things have played out pretty much as we thought they would. We had the internals giving us a heads up here that things were getting a bit dicey. Things did eventually fall apart. And we got the big down move and big bottoming tail bar there where our internals then gave us a bullish setup and we got the bounce. Now, one of the concepts that we look for in a situation like this is because prices come down so hard, it creates this void, right? Void concept, meaning there's little to nothing to stop prices from going all the way back up. That doesn't mean that they should, it just means that it's a possibility. So what we need to see is prices then create an area of price resistance somewhere. Let's just say halfway on the way up. Sometimes it could be the 50 MA. We just ballpark it around 50%. We don't need any exact measurements. So what we look for is a pivot to form. What's a pivot? A bar with three lower highs to the left and right. Once it does that, it's created an area of price resistance. Now, one of the things that we were looking for was to actually take out this high. It didn't happen in the S&P. It did happen in the Dow. A lot of times this pattern plays out either like this or it makes a slightly higher high. This pattern even plays out on 5-minute charts. Everything is universal. Time frames change based on whether we're day trading or swing trading or long-term investing. So once it created that, we know that there should be a turn in this area. We don't need to know exactly where because the candles will tell us. Then once we got the reversal and it took out the low, it stabilized a bit. It stayed in the lower 50%, and then it went down. So this is what I was hoping for. I had some doubt today with this gap up, thinking maybe it could turn back up because it was in this area of support. But it played out according to the playbook that I was looking for. It doesn't always happen that way. But now we've got a wide range bar. So we've got the move up, we got the little retest, we got the move down. This is like an igniting bar, little stabilization, down again, and now a wide range bar. And what I was looking for over the last week or so was to take out this low. Now it's right there, and with this Russia-Ukraine thing playing out, it looks like, who knows, maybe they'll drop some bombs tomorrow, and prices will go down. And after it takes out the low, we're waiting for things to begin to turn. Now, we don't know exactly where it's going to turn, but once it takes out the low, we're anticipating the turn. So let's go to the weekly time frame. And looking over further to the left, this somewhere in this area here is where prices should turn around. We've got a price support area over here to the left that's relatively large. And 4,200, there's a big open interest in put options there. And the next level down here at 4,100, there's a big open interest in put options there. So coming down into here tomorrow, maybe by Friday, things begin to turn around. But somewhere in here is where we're looking for prices to begin to stabilize and then turn. It doesn't mean that the downward move is over. It just means that we can get a bounce like this. I don't know if it'll go lower. We'll see how big the bounce is, what kind of turn happens. The longer prices spend trying to make the turn, meaning can it go sideways for a while? Can it spend several weeks creating a bottom? That is going to be more sustainable than a V type of a bottom, whereas it V's and turns up. Then it might come down again where we get a slowing momentum situation. And we don't need indicators for that. We just read the distance. Let's just say that the low happens over here. So we look at the distance between the lows getting closer together. And then, as I said, we'll see if it actually could make a rounding kind of a bottom. If it makes a V type of a bottom, well, we'll trade that as well. But at that point, then we'd probably see if things go a bit lower. So we're close to a tradable low. Whether that happens maybe the end of sometime Thursday or Friday going into next week, that's the way the pattern should play out. It'll probably look pretty nasty if this heads down there tomorrow. Let's go back here. As I said, we got a wide range bar today. We look for it to take out the low. Where it turns, we really don't know, but somewhere in this area is where it should turn. We'll see how it plays out. We'll be on YouTube in the morning at 9:30 to see what the futures are doing, so log in there. We'll see what's going on. We'll get our trading plan for the day tomorrow.